Hey guys and gals, Pat over here at Fellsmere Fishing Headquarters in beautiful downtown Fellsmere. Hey, got the best captains on the lake with me today. I got Captain Dan, which y'all know, and you know Captain Mike, and Captain Steve. Catching a lot of fish, guys. So we want to give a quick report talking about not just bass fishing, but obviously Dan, you know, he's doing a heck of a job out there shooting ducks. And also they've been catching, these guys have also been catching crappie. So we're gonna hit on that a little bit because I know a lot of people have been calling up and wondering and asking. So these guys are gonna tell you. So Captain Dan, let's talk about some duck hunting.
All right, so the duck hunting is mid-season for 'em, boys. Lots of ducks. It's honestly starting to slow down a little bit as far as the number of people. So all the people that have gone with me will tell you it's a show in the morning at Headwaters, and it's starting to lay down a little bit, which is good. The duck numbers are still there, so we're still obviously averaging about a 2-man limit, which is pretty good for as late as it is. The marsh is picking up too, so not only is Headwaters producing, but the marsh is really starting to produce really good. Matter of fact, I was showing the guys some videos. Maybe we try to get some videos up on my Facebook page, maybe, so you guys can kind of see, you know, the numbers of birds that are coming in. I know Pat was.
Yeah, I was impressed.
There's a lot of birds coming in.
Never seen anything like it.
Yeah, we're getting 30 to say 60 at a time that are coming right into the decoys. It's awesome. So if you're looking for a duck hunt, I've got a few days left open for Headwaters, but like I said, I've got more days that we can hunt the marsh, and the marsh has been pretty good. The spec bite's been really solid. I'm really surprised on how early it is on like the numbers that we're catching. We're pretty much limited out like every time we go. Live bait is really good, and today is Monday. We have a super like massive cold front coming in on Wednesday. So I think from Thursday for the next 10 days on the report, it's going to be in the 40s down into the 30s. Y'all get your jigging rods out because it's fixing to happen. Yeah. Live bait is going to be awesome when the first cold starts, and then jig a little later on in the day. Nothing's changed from the last report. I'm still jigging down 5 to 8 feet depending on, you know, the area that I'm fishing in. They're still holding deep. If you have electronics, you'll have no problems finding the speck. It's literally like a bush with Christmas lights on it. When you find them, that's what it looks like. And you want to keep the jig right above the speck. So if they're holding in 6 to 8, you want the jig at about 5.5 feet, and you'll have no problems with catching it. That also goes with live bait. Don't live bait fish over them at 3 feet down. If they're holding down, use a bobber stop and get it down to where you're going to get it down 6 feet or so it suspends right above the fish. And it will dramatically help you with your numbers of the bites you get the deeper you fish right now.
Yeah.
So, and that's pretty much what I've been doing. You know, everybody knows shiners are king.
Yeah.
I had a bass trip today like everybody else, and it's fire. So the numbers are there if you want to shiner fish. But I'm telling you, the cold weather is going to turn the specs on. So y'all get ready because it's good now. It's fixing to get really good in the next couple of days.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Appreciate that, Dan. Mikey, what you got? What you been up to, old son?
My back hurts.
I
Well, I've been doing all right. I fished what was that place called? Three Forks today. I think I got old dementia or something.
Yeah.
Old dementia.
Yeah.
Anyways, and I took these guys out, and he's a saltwater guy. He had his grandkid out there. We had a couple 6s and a 7, and a bunch. I mean, just a ton of fish, like 2-pounders, all on artificials, flukes, and pop shad. And it's a new bait, pop shad. If you've never heard of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and we were fishing. The fish are keying in on the roots of the spatter docks. If you're wanting to go out there and flip, there's a whole bunch of hyacinths that have moved around that are bunched up on stuff. I didn't have any flipping rods with me today, and we were doing fine just throwing. Headwaters the other day, I had 4 over 6 right over from you.
Yep.
And
Watched it go down.
a bunch of 3s and 4s and 5s. And the fish are all in Headwaters, they're all suspending where I was fishing. And I'm finding the humps, and I'm sitting up on the hump and fishing around the hump. And the fish were coming up in waves because every time you get one, you get 3.
Wow.
Yep.
So, and they're all quality fish. We didn't have one fish under 16 inches that day.
Really?
We had probably 60 fish.
Yeah, the fish that we caught across the way were also pretty damn quality.
Yeah.
So.
that whole
They've
area.
got a lot of good
And what's
fishing
cool
there.
about that thing now is depending on if it's a north or a south, all that crap moves to one end or the other, and you just go fish the mat on one end of it or the other. But there is a lot of mats that have shown up that are new. If you're tired of like looking at somebody else's gunnel, get a little, I don't know what you call it, them guys that exploratory. It's a new word. And anyways, just go looking, man, because those fish are everywhere out there except the 6 spots that everybody goes and beats up every day.
Yep.
So they are, every fish I caught today was a bedding fish, a lot of peeing fish today, a lot of the males, and the females were half full. They weren't like bulging, but 2 6s and a 7, and we lost, I don't know, 20 today. But the fish today were picking it up and moving it off of the root balls, which told me that they're already keying
Oh yeah.
on the root balls.
Yeah.
So that's it. And this next cold front for me, I wouldn't worry about bass fishing until I get about 4 days of that cold. The first couple days I get it, if you can get off work or you can, whatever, how that's going to work in, fish them first couple days because the shad are going to slow down and the water's still going to be warm. It's 70 degrees today over in Three Forks. It was 69 degrees the other day at Headwaters.
Yeah.
And it's doing nothing but warming up these next couple days. But
Yeah.
don't let that first part of that cold front scare you away. I would get out and hammer it before them things get lockjaw.
Right.
Because if it goes down below 65, they're going to kink up on us again.
Right.
But perfect.
They call me and we'll go hammer the spec.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Well, the specs are all over the place.
They are.
I mean,
They are.
like you said, if you got electronics, you'll see it. They look like this.
Yeah.
That's them.
Looks like one of Rex Ryan's football plays. Just
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Well, we appreciate that, Captain Mike. Mikey, what you been doing, old son?
Oh, well, we just, we're moving a lot of shiners out here. That's what we're doing. So you guys looking to come down and, fish some shiners and catch a boatload of fish, you all know where to come and where to come get them. But yeah, the shiner bite, like these guys have said, is it's great. And there's so many places you can do it on the slate.
Yeah.
You don't have to have certain, locked in spots. You can go anywhere that sets up proper. You're going to catch them, and it's a deal. And these guys have pretty much talked about everything else. And how about you, Captain Steve? But
Well, today we were killing live shiners to just so we could pitch them up on the reeds and they would just slow fall straight down instead of swimming around and stuff, because some of them chased for a little while this morning, but I'm taking that little billy bat I have in the boat and just like
give it a little tap.
just a little tap on the head. Sorry everybody if that hurts your feelings, I apologize. Tap them on the head, poke them through the lips, and just flipping them up there on the edge of the reeds and just watching the line jumps
Takes off.
and swims off. And we caught some nice fish there this morning, just right across from you guys. And a bunch of fish, quality fish. They're really, really full. They're, fat right now. The artificial bite's been pretty good. Had an artificial day a couple 3 days ago. No big size, but a lot of fish on chatterbaits. Around the small clumps of reeds, anything like that. You get in shallow water, if you got a small reed clump, throw your moving bait on a spinnerbait, chatterbait. We were catching them. We were catching them on golden shiner color, Brett's bluegill, and sexy shad color. And just wearing them out like that. But did some slow trolling last week, a little bit for some speck. Caught some speck like that. And then went back out a couple days later and then caught them casting. So, they're eating the jigs. We're running 2 jigs on 1 rod, and sometimes you'll double up, catch 2 speck on 1 cast. And when they hit it and you get it in the right place, they'll thump it. And that, it's been good. The fishing's been great. And, the shiner bite is king, like Dan said. You cannot go wrong with shiners. But the artificial bite is a little funky right now. You got to hunt for them. Don't stay in one area. If you're not getting bit, move. Keep going, keep moving. And your confidence bait will catch them. You just got to keep moving and look for them. Don't get spun out.
And when Steve tells you to move, that doesn't mean pick up and go from Egan to North Lake. That
Correct.
means like move down 20 feet to the next chunk of grass or
Yes.
the next chunk of bulrush or the whatever you're fishing.
Yep.
Because the fish are there. They're just
Yes. And I'll say this too, even on the shiner fishing, you know, we may find them on this reed head here, and you may get into them a little bit, but then they kind of fade off earlier than usual, and then we'll just slide down a little bit and then start hammering them again. And I'm talking, some of these fish are getting in areas 5 and 10 feet long.
Mhm.
And if you throw outside of that, you ain't getting bit. But if you're inside of it, and you're within inches of those reeds or in the reeds, they're gonna crunch it. And they smash it. I mean, they've been smashing these daggone shiners, man. It's so. I'm not a big shiner fisherman, but I love to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
I love to watch the
Yeah.
show. It's absolutely
Yeah, it's
phenomenal.
There's nothing better when the shiner jumps out of the water and
Yeah.
pulls the bobber like up with it, and the
Yes.
bass is right behind it.
Yes,
That's
Oh,
awesome.
man,
We
this
had a
is awesome.
7 the other day down by you, and the kid, what I do is I hook the shiners through the eyeballs.
Mhm.
They last longer, for one thing. And I stab them, I get their bladder all stabbed out, both sides, and let all the goo come out. Dude, I'm gonna tell you, we were drop shotting. And it didn't get down into the zone.
Sorry, everybody, if that hurt your
Oh,
feelings.
no, that's, what do you think?
That's an old
That's
salt right
spray
there. Bake
junkie
it
in
up.
there. But I'm telling you, that 1.7 had 4 shiners in it.
Oh, yeah.
And it ate one of the donkeys that you're selling.
Yeah.
And it couldn't choke it, but he's like, and it had 4 shiner tails sticking out of its gullet.
Damn.
I'm like, holy cow, you pig.
Yeah, they're eating.
But hey, dude, try the stabbing thing. You
Oh,
laugh.
yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. We've cut them in half before and used them like that, so yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat, I have to say your shiners are awesome. They've been huge. We caught a fish today, never even had to hook it. It was just choking on the bait. It was so big.
He gave up.
Those are my shiners, like Okeechobee, 1983, when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I told my guys the other day, and I'll just close with this on my side of it, but I told my guys the other day, I said, boys, if we get stuck out here, we're not going to go hungry, because we'll fillet these shiners up
There you
and,
go.
and cook them on the bank, because there's some big jokers
Yeah.
in there, boy. So,
Yeah.
go ahead.
All right. Well, hey, there's your fishing report from the Dahmer family. Yeah. We got around you. Yeah. They got him on the shiner. God almighty. Anyway, guys, we what else is going on? We got the Garcia, the road going to Garcia is still out on 512 there. So you still have to go around. They say it's going to be done on the 6th. So I'm assuming it's going to be open on the 7th. From what I heard, if I get any other news, I'll let y'all know for sure. But as of right now, it's supposed to be opened up by the 7th, and that's per the contractor. And the road going to Headwaters, I don't know who's responsible for that, St. John's Water Management or whatever, man. We just really thank you for that job getting done, man. I mean, holy smokes, what a difference.
Yep.
And that's really, really awesome. I mean, no more cover on the boat. Good Lord. Other than that, I think that's about it, huh, boys?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Happy
that
New
was-
Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah,
Have a
Happy
safe
New
one.
Year.